Hi. So today we're going to learn a little bit about Google Drive. So if you're good to go with Google Drive, you don't need to watch this video. Or if you're only watching until you figure out how to make a folder and then you know all the rest, that's fine. You don't need to watch the whole thing. Or if you thought you knew how to do it, but you realize you didn't, you can always come back to the video and learn a little bit more. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sign into Google Drive. And so here, there's a couple ways to do this, but here we're going to click the sign in. Now I've signed in on a couple of different accounts, so lots of my accounts pop up. It won't look exactly like this the first time you sign in, but you'll type your Drew School email. So it'll be expected that even if you have another Gmail account, like a personal account, that you will be responding to your school email and using your school email on Google Drive, because that's what your teachers will share with you and give you access to. So different files using your school account. So it'll be some amount of your name at drewschool.org, and then you'll type your password. So mine sort of already has mine saved. So I'll sign in. And then there are a couple of ways to get to Google Drive. So you can click this box of Google Apps and it'll have things listed. Drive is one way to get there. Another way is, again, here, it'll say Apps and Drive will be somewhere on here. Or you can type in drive.google.com. You could bookmark this. Either way, in any of those ways, you will get to your Google Drive. Again, you can see that box here, and I can click Google Drive and it takes me to the same place. So Google Drive is a storage center. You can store things that aren't Google documents. You can store pictures and PDFs and videos up to a certain amount. Videos take a little while to process though, so forewarning. And you can store even like Word documents. You can't edit them on Google, but you can like download them. And there are like Google programs like Word, but it's Google Docs. Excel version would be Google Sheets. You can also make surveys and pretty cool stuff. So, and it's great because it's easily editable. You can share it with people who can also edit it with you, or view if that's what you want them to do. You can also edit it from multiple places because it's on the internet. And it saves automatically, which is very convenient, because if you're one of those people that always forgets to save, that might be useful for you. So there are a couple ways to organize your Drive, and we could spend a whole thing on this, but I'll just show you that things generally list alphabetical folders first, and then other files alphabetically. I am really into this and organization, and so there are some things that I use all the time, and so I not only alphabetically organize them, but I also organize them in terms of some priority things. So I number them, so numbers will come before letters. So there's other ways. A lot of people keep their Drive organized this way. I just personally find it easier to go up, down. So we're going to create a new folder. So you go to New Folder, and then I will title this Orientation, or whatever your folder is going to be named. So you might have a different folder for each class that you're in, or different teachers might require that you have certain folders and have it be named certain things. So I open it and there's nothing here, which is fine. I can drop, as it says, I can drop files, like I can upload things that I already have on my computer, or I can create a file by going to New, and this time I'm going to create a Google Doc, which will be very similar to like a Word document, but on Google. And notice that it opens up in a new tab. So I still have that folder here opened. And this is where I write my title. So right now it's untitled, and I will write what Mrs. Solomon did this summer. Okay, so that is my document. And theoretically at some point it should show up here, but oh, there we go. So now you can see that that document that I made is now in this folder. You can see who owns it, which is me because I made it, and when it was last modified, which was right now. And then I will write a couple of sentences about what I did this summer. Mrs. Solomon went to a wedding on the East Coast. It was fun. I did a couple of sentences about what I did this summer, right? If this was an actual assignment and not a video, I would spend a little bit more time writing about my summer. Okay, so I wrote this. I can insert a whole bunch of things. I could do a whole nother video about Google Docs and all the cool things, but just making, titling, writing in here. And then, so now it says all changes are saved. I don't need to press any special buttons to save any changes. And I can just click out of that and it's saved. I can open it back up again. It has all the things that I had in it before. And it tells me when the last edit was made. And so now I'm in the folder and I want to share my whole folder. So I have to actually click all the way out of the folder so I can see the folder. And then I can click share. I can also do this by doing like a right click, or on a Mac, like a double click with 2 fingers. And I can also do share as well here. So notice that the same symbol, see this symbol of person plus and this symbol here is the same no matter what. So I click share, and because you're at Drew School and everyone else should be here, generally you should just be able to type people's names and they should pop up. So if I wanted to share something with, let me just see, with Miss Lovett, Joanna, who some of you might remember from admissions. I can just start typing her name. I choose the person that I want. I can say whether or not she can edit. Editing means she'd be able to change my document, or if she can just view. I can also write a note. Hi, this is my orientation folder. If I wanted to, that way the person knows. This notify people down here means that they will get an email when it is shared with them, so it'll come straight to their email. If you don't click that, they might not know that you got it, so you should usually keep that on. And then if I wanted to share it, I would hit send, but she'd be like, why are you sending me this email? Because she doesn't know what I'm doing. So I won't share it this time, but you should share with your advisor or whomever you're supposed to share it with, sometimes a teacher. But so anyway, that is opening Google Drive, making a folder, making a document, and sharing it. Until next time. Thanks. Bye.